What is up? Look at that 89 Cavs right there.
You ain't know what it is.
Look
what
at
it
that
seem
artwork.
like. What it be like. It's the 89 Cavs, baby.
Dude, let's go. Let's go.
It's a beautiful time in the world of basketball. It's playoff time. And the playoffs, I'm not going to lie, they're fire. This year, they're fire. First of all, we got motherfuckers. Well, certain places have the full stadium rocking. Like, that's crazy. You see Philly, they had motherfuckers in there, bro.
Yo, Philly, the first one that really stood out to me was that Phoenix game. That first Phoenix game, man, and it was loud. It was loud in there.
Yeah, you don't notice it until it's gone, and then it's back. You're like, oh, okay, it does matter.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Because it's been like 9-10 years they didn't make the playoffs, right? Phoenix. Some crazy shit.
Yeah, I saw Mark Stein. He tweeted something out being like, first time we've had meaningful basketball in like 10 years. And then the Phoenix Mercury tweeted out like a photo with rings. And they were like,
shout out to Young Tarasi.
Yeah, man.
I think Grenier was there for a minute too.
Yeah, so.
Poindexter, you feel me? Shout out to Phoenix Mercury one time.
Shout him out. But man, should we start with that series? Should we start with Suns Lakers?
I have a question for y'all. How do y'all? That series is looking the most interesting to me. I honestly don't know how it's gonna go out. Like, I don't think it's that easy for the Lakers. I think it's gonna be a good one, especially with 1-1. I think it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. I feel like we got to start with Justin, resident Laker fan. Like, where are you at, Justin?
Now, do you think they're just gonna win straight 3? Like, what do you think is gonna happen for real, Justin? Like, I'm not even trying to like be a dickhead to you.
Yo, I'm in a similar boat, dog. I don't know. I have not a clue what's to think of this team. Obviously, with the Chris Paul injury, where it seems like he couldn't dribble right. And I don't know how serious the injury is, but it looks like a shoulder injury that's severe enough that is slowing him down just enough that I don't know. I have no idea, man. Like, I was texting you on the first game where I was like, you have to take Andre Drummond out of the game. This is the worst basketball I've ever seen in my life.
And then he put a sky hook. He did a sky hook.
Oh, hold on. Let me ask y'all for real. What's up? They just don't fuck with Gasol? Like, it's just like, fuck my mans. Drummond played like half the game, my G. And he was just terrible. Like,
I think it's because Gasol is slow and, Drummond is active on the boards, but there's also the thing of Drummond is one of the worst defenders I've ever seen in a way that I notice it, because you always see Dennis Schroeder pointing at him and pointing at a space in the floor like, hey, man, you're supposed to be right there. And like, how some people are bad at defense. You're like, oh, you can't tell, like, really, unless you like into it. But you can tell he's bad because other people on the team are like, what are you doing in the middle of plays?
And it's not like Dennis Schroeder is a lockdown defender, right? It's not like Caruso being like, you're in the wrong spot. It's like a mediocre defender being like, dude, you're really fucking it up on defense.
Yeah. Also, look, this isn't good as coming to the Andre Drummond roast hour, but he's, as a big man who's been in the league 9 years now, 8-9 years, he still does the thing they tell you not to do in high school, which is dribble when you're under the rim. I've never seen a 7-footer take so many gather dribbles instead of just dunking. Just catch the ball and put it up. He always dribbles. He dribbles. He doesn't have good hands. So somebody just steals it or dribbles it off his feet. But that said, decent last game. They actually played Gasol, and Anthony Davis, finally got it going.
He heard what people were saying, because they was bugging out on Anthony Davis since the play-in game. They was like, this is what Anthony Davis played like, and it's a picture of Kwame. I'm like, yo, don't do your the man's just helped you get a chip. Don't do my man's like that. Like,
also give Kwame a break.
Kwame did it to himself. Kwame did it to himself. That's my man's though.
Hey, look, and nobody's gonna be disrespecting Kwame anymore. He might have saved his legacy. But yeah, Anthony Davis, deservedly so though. I'm still like, I don't know if I'm gonna call myself a Lakers fan, but I'm still like, hey man, Anthony Davis, you want to stop trying to take people off the dribble and hit fadeaway jump shots?
I mean, everybody was saying before the series started, they're like, the biggest mismatch is Anthony Davis versus whoever guards him, and Anthony Davis is not taking advantage of that. Like everybody was getting off the DeAndre Ayton train, and then 2 games in a row, DeAndre Ayton's like, how about 22 and 12? Like,
Yeah,
how about that?
I think DeAndre Ayton's missed like 2 shots in the entire series.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
He's
catching under the rim and dunking.
Dustin, just disrespectful, Dustin. Just disrespectful.
Hey, I gave him the lineup. Chill out.
Yeah.
I gave him the lineup. Chill out. You feel me? That's my barber. I mean, I'm his barber. You feel me? Shout out Trae one time.
I do think, though, if Chris Paul was fully healthy, this goes 7. And I mean, it still could go 7. I think it goes 7. And then the Suns have like a real shot. I think if Chris Paul is not there, I don't know, man. I don't know how they get by him.
I'm not going to lie. If the Lakers could like finesse this CP3 injury, they're definitely going to the conference finals. Because if the Nuggets bust or whoever bust their ass, I'll be shocked. Cause I think this is the team that gotta bust their ass. Like, does that make sense? Like, if they bust this team's ass, it's like a ticket. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because whether they get the Mavericks or they get the Jazz, they're gonna smack them.
Yeah.
They're gonna smack them. Yeah. So if they win this shit, they're Gucci.
Yeah, whoever wins this series is going to the conference finals.
100%. I'll be shocked. I'm not saying I don't want to see my man Jokic get to where he need to get to. I'm not saying that. Yeah, I'll just be shocked. Yeah, I'll just be shocked. Like, no joke.
I'm with you. I don't see that happening either. I just feel bad for Chris Paul because this is going to be like another line item of being like, oh, you can't get out of the first round of the playoffs. It's like, come on.
Yeah. See, my thing is, I think that's why that little sprinkle is why I think they might have a chance to win in like 7 games, 6 games, but I'm going more to 7 because I think Chris Paul's at a point where he's like, if I fuck this shit up, this series is over for me because it's completely, you know what I mean? So I think he might pop some shit out to get out of it. But if they don't, my son gonna be sick.
But look, there's still a chance. LeBron is fine. AD LeBron isn't dominating like peak LeBron.
LeBron's still hurt, right?
Yeah,
he looked like to me. I don't know about y'all. He was doing his thing.
Yeah, hey, put that stop and pop comment up because that's true. Truly, the amount of wide open dunks Ayton has against the #1 defense in the NBA. It is wild. Ayton had so many where he just straight up is catching the ball legitimately in front of the rim and dunking with 2 hands like it was practice.
And I imagine we see more of that, right? Because like if Devin Booker is the only way the Suns win because Chris Paul's hurt, I imagine the defense is just going to be all keyed in on Booker, whether they're scheming around him or double teaming. So I bet like Ayton again goes for 20 and 12 again. Him or Mikal Bridges too. I could see them both going off.
Now talking about defense, you know who's really lacking on defense and they're looking like a Marquez buster? Patrick Beverly is getting sunned repeatedly by my man who has the most bulkiest Jordans on this side of Texas. Shout out Luka, baby. Luka, man, I know I was making fun of your sneakers, but you know I love you, Luka, and I love you more now because you have, in your eyes, you're looking for blood. Because you remember what them motherfuckers did to you last year. You're not letting that shit happen again. No, sir. No, sir, baby. Hit him with the trippy W. And then when you take it back to Texas, beat him up, get a drink with Dirk. This is what I need right now. Fuck the Clippers, man. Y'all think I hate the Lakers? I don't know my hatred for the Clippers, man. Fuck them, man.
My favorite thing about this is that Luka's seeking it out. So he's like trying to get Pat Bev on him, which is hilarious. He's trying to get Pat Bev on him, which I think is just so funny. Like Patrick Beverly, the defensive guru, and Luka's like, switch, get me Pat Bev, and then just owns him. It's just wild, man. The Clippers are just not showing up at all. Just not showing up.
You gotta. Oh, sorry, you go. My bad.
I say, don't forget. Also, what is it? Ivica Zubats. Every time he gets switched on him, Luka's like, I'm destroying you. It's straight. And this is the first time I think we're seeing Luka just be a bully, like straight up bully in that way that sometimes like LeBron can be, or like Russell Westbrook. There's players where it's just like, oh no, look, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna get to my spot, move you out of the way, and score, and then yell at you, yell right in your face to let you know it's real.
You gotta love it.
You know what's really crazy about this is you look up and down the roster. How are you down 2-0 to this Mavericks team? Like, Tim Hardaway Jr. is busting your ass right now. Like that, like Dorian Finney-Smith is busting your ass right now. Like, how are you down 2-0 to this team? And how have you not figured it out? Like, you have Kawhi and Paul George. You have two like lockdown defenders. How are you not slowing Luka down? Is Luka just straight up the best player in this series?
I just want you to know, Mike. I'm gonna answer your question. I just want you to know. They asked Paul George the same shit you just asked us. This man, Paul George, said, "Ain't nothing to worry about. My G, ain't nothing to worry about. My G."
Hey, Paul.
Yo, what weed they got him smoking?
Hey, Paul. I want you to go look at some footage of Blake Griffin right after he signed his big deal, because you're on your way to Detroit, my friend. You are gone.
Yo, son. I just don't understand how you could have that confidence. Like, if I'm Paul George right now, I'm either gonna guard Luka or I'm gonna tell Kawhi to guard him. Like, they need to stop doing this bullshit. And if you guys are a lot, remember when they got together and everyone was like, they're gonna be unstoppable, defensive, and then play some goddamn defense, my G.
And
what's wrong with y'all?
And that's the thing, right? Like, you have like Paul George got 28 and 12, I think, in game 2, and then Kawhi went for 41, right? So you're getting 71 points from two guys. Where's everybody else at? Where Marcus Morris? You guys paid Marcus Morris a ton. Hey, you know what? We are gonna cue up the video. Luke Kennard.
Out of bounds, Detroit basketball.
Like Luke.
Shout out to the swindle. That makes $60 million a year to not play at all.
He's getting DNPs out here.
He don't give a damn.
Somebody named Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann is out playing Luke Kennard. They brought in old ass Rondo to come play over Luke Kennard. Like, it is a tough scene out there. Like, and Ibaka played 6 minutes in game 2. What are we doing?
Yeah, look, I'm looking at the box score. Also, Marcus Morris, food every time Luka sees it. They really have to put they have to put Kawhi and Paul George on him all game. There's no way this should be happening. But I look at the Clippers starting lineup, and you say, Leonard and Beverly had those great games, but Zubats 2 points, Beverly 3 points, Morris 9 points. These are the starters. Like
the starters.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. Y'all gonna think I'm joking when I say this shit. It's karma. It's karma because they did that bitch ass shit when they were like, we're gonna lose on purpose. We could avoid this better team. Look what happened to y'all. I get busted by someone that looked like they piss out Budweiser. Fuck them.
I'm gonna share. This is my buddy Vedron's comment. I'm gonna share this only because, and we'll get to Washington Philly soon. But he played Davis Bertans last night in fantasy basketball, and Davis Bertans. Davis Bertans got 2 rebounds throughout the entire game.
Hey man, you're not getting bubble Bertans anymore, man.
Nah, hell no, that shit long gone, my G. That plane is gone, family.
But hey, so do we think, right? Like, what really is crazy about this Clippers Mavs series is that it's, the Mavs took the first 2 in LA. Like, we're going back to Dallas, and I don't see a world in which Dallas loses 2 in a row at home. Like, even if they split, it's 3-1, right? Like, is there a way the Clippers are coming back?
Hell no. Hell no. Because now because if we know about, everyone's saying that Leonard is going to leave, they know that. So their whole shit is fucked up. Because they just blew up their team, got this new team, and now they're like in the office like, do we got to do this shit again? Hell no. They fucked up mentally, bro. If they come back, Luka, I will fly to Dallas and smack Luka. Then I'm gonna run because he's 6'9". But I'm still gonna put my hands on him. You can't do that, man. You can't blow this shit, bro. Like, that's crazy.
I don't see. Well, there's like 3 things that come to my mind. One, the Clippers are the Clippers. And the Clippers are aware that the Clippers, the fans are aware that the Clippers. Everybody knows they're the Clippers, and they have that sad sack reputation of being losers. And also, this Clippers team they blew a 3-1 lead last year, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that's on their mind, and they had some issues with that. And I think it's just all. And also, number 3, they have not stopped Luka in 2 series.
Nope.
They didn't stop him last year, and they haven't stopped him this year. And this year, he's more confident, and they have Porzingis, and that team is worse. So
you know who's hard as hell watching these games in their hotel room right now? Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is just like, it wasn't me, guys. It was not me.
Doc Rivers is fucking moonwalking to the conference finals. Just like, hey, ooh, it must be rough in Los Angeles, huh?
Oh, man. Yeah, stop and pop with a great point. Maybe the Clippers signed Luke Kennard because it sounds like Kawhi running backwards.
Yo, that has to be the reason, though, because that shit was 50 mil. Oh, fuck.
Oh, man.
I mean, they're not getting anything really off their bench. So what? I mean, what can they do? What I don't know. I think no one believes less in a team than the Clippers. Like, and anyone in the playoffs, the Clippers are the team where it's like,
that's over. It's over.
We gotta share George's his comment. It says, "Hello, people. Being from Greece, I watched 18-year-old Luka get his ass kicked by Thanasis and losing by 30 to my team, and then coming back and eliminating us. He's a bad man, born bad."
That's a fact. Luka was born to play basketball. You feel me?
Yeah, he is, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think he might just be the best player in the series. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
And that's how the Mavs go through. Like, we're seeing it earlier than I think we thought we were going to, right? It's like that first LeBron finals run. I'm not saying Luke is LeBron, but like it comes before you expect it to come. And like, we're just like, okay, Luke is here.
Yeah.
Luke is here.
Not to jump ahead too much, but I think a couple episodes ago, or maybe the last one, I was saying, like, I was hoping that the NBA starts to kind of move a little away from the LeBron-centric NBA circle and try to push some of the young stars. And I got to say, the first two games, the young stars have been showing up and ball.
Yeah.
Luka's there. We got a villain as a young star. We got Ja. It's like, ooh, Devin Booker even had a great first game, and I'm sure he's going I 100% believe Devin Booker's going to drop like 45 on the Lakers at one point.
I think he put up 31 in game 2. We don't even talk about it because it was in an L. Like, he still put up 30, man. He's
first game he had 37, right?
Yeah, yeah. Also, just like, we made it 17 minutes before anyone made fun of me. So I just want to say we got there.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, that's what I'm saying. The guns is up.
It's hot, man. It's hot. So go ahead, Steve.
I don't know how you guys feel about this, but as being Trae Young's barber, I'm happy he's a villain. I think he's a great villain. I think he's the best villain right now, and I think we need a villain. Why do I think he's the best villain? Because there's gonna be one thing ever that's gonna be in Trae Young's career. They traded you for Luka, and Luka is Luka. So he's always gonna be in that shadow. Also, he looks like a cartoon. Yeah. So the fact that he looks like a cartoon has this big shadow, and I personally think Trae Young is a baller. I like his game. Is his game for a team? Fuck out of here. Is his game gonna change a team? Not really. Do I enjoy watching it? Yeah, I'm here for the tactics. I'm here for the shenanigans. Trae Young, the bad guy? Shit, I'm fucking with it. And
he's good at it. Like, he's a good bad guy. I think that's the difference, right? Like, Paul George is a bad guy, but like, he sucks at doing that too. But like Trae Young comes out there, then he's got 15,000 people in there who are just like booing his ass, and he's just like, you shut the fuck up. And then even after they lose, he's walking off the court like this, like, see you in A-Town. Like, I love that shit. And I think one other thing too, like the fact that he still put up 30 in that loss too. Like, it wasn't like, there's so many times, right? Somebody pops off in a game, gets loud a little bit, then gets smoked in game 2. And then it's like, okay, that was, you look like an ass. He didn't. He came out and ball. He was 30-7 and like in an L, but like it wasn't because of him, Yeah.
That fourth quarter for the Hawks, my God. They put a lid on the rim and sealed that motherfucker because it was just a bunch of open threes they were bricking. But look, the Hawks got down, and it was a game 2. By 8 because they put their bench players in 8 or 10, and then the moment Trae Young and Bogdan stopped in the court, Trae Young ran that same high pick and roll and immediately tied the game.
It was like right away, right? It's like right away.
It's amazing, and I love that he's embracing the villain role. And you're right, Steve. He does look like a villain. I hope he goes the full Anthony Davis. Like Anthony Davis embraced the unibrow. Just embrace like that, the hair and like the mad scientist stuff. Lean into it because it's fun to have that guy. It's fun to have New York, MSG rocking, and it's always fun that somebody's talking shit to Spike Lee. It's legendarily. If you're in the playoffs, you're a star player on the other team. You got to tell Spike Lee some wild shit.
And this is the first series I can remember in a long time where they hate each other. Like these two teams hate each other.
Most definitely.
And I love that. I'm so excited for every one of those games. I'm not really a Hawks or Knicks fan, to still find myself, I'm way more excited about that than the Celtics Nets series. Like I'd much rather.
We're not even gonna cover that series.
No, but I don't want
that shit is terrible. We're not even fuck that shit. But I do want to say something. I live very close to MSG, and you had to see when they lost the first game, you had to see how sick the fans were. Like they was devastated. I'm like, yo, New York has not been this happy or like committed to basketball in a minute. So I think it's beautiful. Even if the motherfuckers losing 7. I'm just still happy that New York is being excited about basketball. So it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
It's a real team.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks are fun. The Knicks are fun. They have like the right players. Like Julius Randle's a perfect Knicks star. Also, Julius Randle, hey man, have a good game.
Seriously, Julius, where you at, man? I pumped you up as much as I could in the last week. You averaged 37 in the regular season against this team, and then he's gone out and put up like 10 and then 15. Come on, Randle.
It don't matter. Hey, look, it'll happen. No matter. They got the reanimated corpses of Derrick Rose. He's out here balling.
Yeah, Derrick Rose he's mad. Like you feel like he's not even mad. He's mad. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, fuck this shit. I'm balling right now.
And you know what? I'd be that pissed if Elfrid Payton was starting over me too. Get his dusty ass out of the starting lineup. What are we doing? He's playing 5 minutes and then he doesn't check in again for the rest of the game. Like just start Derrick Rose.
Yo, shout out to no one liking Elfrid Payton. Didn't it? I think the Knicks fans even booed him.
Yeah,
and he's ass water, boy. He's so caca.
I know. Ever since he changed his hairstyle, man, when he had some wild hair when he got into the league, and I loved it. I was here for that. Ever since then, I was like, okay, Elf, I don't know what you bring to the table anymore.
But they be doing dumb shit like that since forever. Didn't like Greg Popovich used to do crazy shit. Like he'll start like I forgot who the fuck he started. Matt Bonner at the 2. Crazy shit just for Ginobili to like. What the fuck are we doing? They did that shit at my high school. I'm a Knicks fan. He sucked. Hell yeah, he sucked, boy. He was ass when he was on the Magic before, right?
Yeah, he was on the Magic.
Yeah, he was whack on the Magic. He whack in New York.
I think he was on the Pelicans too for a second. I
don't even remember that shit.
Of course you don't. Well, so do either of you have any kind of indication, inkling where this series is going? I feel like this is straight up a 7-game toss-up.
Yeah. I think it's 7-game and it might not be no buzzer beater shit, but it's the last shot. It's coming to the last shot. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning the Hawks. I just think the Hawks are too deep, man. Like Randle is their best player. Randle is the best player in the series. Although I guess Trae Young's making an argument that he's the best player, right? But after Randle, I mean Derrick Rose is good, RJ Barrett's good, but I mean when you rattle off those names of just like you got Trae, Bogdanovich, Capella, Collins. Like DeAndre Hunter's solid gal. Like you're not bringing in anybody bad. You know what I mean? There's no Elfrid Payton coming into the game.
Yeah, 100%. I agree, 100%.
So, but I agree with you. Like last shot, something like that. I think I can see the Hawks winning it in 6 only because like it's going to be hard for them to come win that game 7 in New York. You know,
most definitely.
Also, we got to call out too. Like the Hawks are historically one of the teams that nobody goes to watch in their own city. So it's going to be the opposite of the MSG rocking. I don't even know what the name of the Hawks Arena is, but
do you think we'll see more Knicks fans there than Hawks fans?
I'll be fucked up, man.
It's a possibility. I don't know what's going on with the pandemic, how many people down in New York, but look, I don't know if they ride with the Hawks too much.
You know what, man? They need Quavo to be the spokesperson. Tell Quavo to tell if all the niggas pull up to the Hawks game, we'll give you lemon pepper wings, wet. That's how they gotta sell tickets. They're not selling that shit. But I low key feel like people don't give a fuck about them in Atlanta like that because they always had a boring ass star. Like every star they had was boring as shit. Like Joe Johnson is boring. Like not the way he plays, but his personality. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel like Trae Young should sell more tickets because he's like a character. You know what I mean? A little bit.
Yeah, nobody since Neek, right? Anybody since Dominique Wilkins, like
no. Mutombo and Steve Smith was litty, but after that it was some bullshit. You know, Josh Smith was bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This reminds me of this. I mean, this Knicks Hawks series reminds me of those like late '90s Knicks Hawks series with Mutombo, Steve Smith, Latrell, H2O.
Mookie.
H2O.
Yes, Mookie.
Yeah, Mookie Baylock. He was wilding on the Hawks. And I don't know what the deal. He went to Golden State. I don't know what the fuck that nigga was doing in Golden State. No disrespect to Mookie Baylock.
Yeah, that's the series I'm most excited about. We should probably talk about the game that's starting in like 3 minutes, but I mean it's curtains for Miami, right?
Hey man, all right. Justin, go on. This is your time.
No,
verbal assault, Jimmy Butler. I'm ready for it.
I have nothing to say about Jimmy Butler. He hasn't played that well these first 2 games, and they need him to because this Bucks team looks like it ain't the same. Things have changed.
I personally think, and y'all gonna think I'm full of shit. This take, I know y'all gonna think I'm full of shit, but listen to me. I think every single team in the motherfucking playoffs, the team that has the most to prove is legit the Milwaukee Bucks. They're legit the most. They have to prove the most because their window is closing. Mm-hmm. And they know that, and they could jump through it because it's the first run with the Nets, and they might fuck it up. Sometimes you put a super team together, the first run don't work. Look at Miami, and they know that. They know if we lose this year, we're never gonna win. So they're gonna be on some beastie shit. I'm not gonna lie to you and say with my chest, do I think the Bucks are gonna win? Hell no, I don't think the Bucks gonna fucking win. Do I think the Bucks is gonna give the Nets a run for their money? Most definitely. Does that mean is the shit gonna go 7 games? Hell no. Does that mean Giannis and everybody else is gonna play hard? Yes. And they knew when the Miami Heat beat them last year, everybody and their mother was like, what in the name of fuck? So they're like, hell no. Y'all niggas is not running this shit back twice. So they busting that ass.
This is why they have a shot. That man's gone. Eric Bledsoe is gone.
Yo, hold on. For the listeners, he just pulled up a picture of Eric Bledsoe.
I didn't see that coming at all.
Yo. That is crazy. Oh, man. Yeah, Eric Bledsoe is terrible.
Yeah, and Drew is not. Drew is nice.
I mean, Drew been nice forever. Because, like, if you listen to any sports podcast, every point guard is like the person who gave me the most problems if you trying to get the buckets is Drew. Like, he's just defensively great. And underrated passer. Like, I feel like people don't talk about how he be setting people up. He's a great passer.
Yeah, like 50, I think he had 15 assists last game. And
that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody ever talks about that.
And to your point, there's like a clip from All the Smoke where everybody was saying, like, who's your like most underrated player? There's everybody said Drew Holiday.
Yeah,
he's doing work. Also, hey, look, if the Bucks shoot like the Heat did in the bubble every game, then the Heat have no chance. Because that game too, what the fuck?
What they did is they was in the locker room, and then they had the game slider button joint, and they said 100, 100, 100, 100, and like, let's go, because they was wilding, boy.
Also, and I don't know if Eric Bledsoe hacked into my internet or what happened, but the second I shared that photo of him, my internet died. But the other thing, like Bam, what happened to Bam? Bam Adebayo's like disappeared this series. He did one of these moves in game 3 that I've done where like you miss your first 8 shots on the park and then you hit that 9th shot and you put your hands up like finally one goes down. But like I'm not an NBA player, so it's fine if I do that. Like you're an NBA player. I can't see that from you in a playoff game. That makes me nervous.
Yeah. Hey, look, I don't know, dog. The Bucks look nice. Shout out to PJ Tucker. Shout out to Michigan State Spartan Bryn Forbes, just wetting them.
If we start shouting out Bryn Forbes, we're canceling the podcast. We can't.
Yo, also Pat Connaughton. Like they can't be getting Pat Connaughton and Bryn Forbes had 37 points last game together.
Pat Connaughton looks like he plays for the exact right team.
Yeah, Pat Connaughton gonna play for the Bucks in any era.
That's a fact. But y'all think I'm fronting, boy. Yo, Milwaukee. I don't know if Milwaukee gonna sweep them, but they not fucking around, man. That shit was embarrassing last year. Well, it was in 5 games. That shit was embarrassing, bro.
Yeah.
I think Oh, good.
I just think because I'm a Jimmy Butler fan, like it looks sad. The confidence, it looks sad. This man had the most confidence in the world, and he was like, yo, when we get to the playoffs, I got you. My son giving us 10, 12. And then my son's like, don't worry, I'm going to be locked in, and you getting your ass busted. My son Tyler Hero still smell like Jose Cuervo. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's sad because I was rooting for Miami. I was on that wave of Miami, but you feel me? It's cool. We just got a brand new 99 Knicks team for the new era, for the Instagram era. You feel me?
This is what the Bucks in 4.
Hey, man. Shout out to you.
Honestly, I hope so because that'll be a fun series. Bucks Nets is what we want to see.
That's what you want to see?
I want to see Bucks Nets and then whoever wins against the Sixers. Like those two series back to back are gonna be awesome.
I would rather see the shenanigans that would happen with Jimmy Butler being a dickhead to the 3 stars on the Nets than see Giannis just try to run through everyone and dunk. But that's me though. Yeah. Also, I feel like James Harden will just like Diddy bop through like everybody. So I don't know.
I mean, both teams.
we'd get though like 4 or 5 games where Drew Holiday just shuts Kyrie down.
I mean, that's cool. That's cool. But the problem is you still got the other 2 demons next to him. That's the craziest thing about the Nets.
I know. That's right, because you could put like, so Giannis, KD say they cancel each other out. Drew, Kyrie cancel each other out. And then it's like fucking Harden.
Harden gonna give you 37, 40.
Harden. And as Tommy G says, don't forget Chris Middleton.
Mr. Game winner. He hit the game winner in overtime. We didn't even mention that.
Yeah, shout out my man.
That's also another thing. When Chris Middleton's like, nah, I got this. I'm winning the game. It's like, oh, the Bucks are nice.
Yeah, right? Like all of a sudden you don't have to worry about Giannis hitting a jumper. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm the Heat of toast. Like they might come out and win this one, but there's no way. There's no way they win 4 of the next 5. You know what I mean? There's just no way. I really don't want to talk about the Nets Celtics. Let's just say like the Nets are moving on. Right?
Yeah. We don't gotta talk about that.
We do have to mention. Shout out to Blake Griffin's knees. You know, it's nice to see them show themselves after 2 years dormant in Detroit. Oh, man,
Out of bounds, Detroit basketball.
My man's jammed it on 2 consecutive plays after not dunking for like 2.5 years.
Hey, remember when y'all thought I was joking when I said my son could still jump? He just didn't care. Yo, I'm telling you, he didn't care, boy. Look at him behaving, boy. So, yo, I think I'm fronting, man. I worked retail before.
You've seen somebody just on the job, not giving a shit.
Just not give a fuck. And then you see them at like a real job. They're like, hey, how's it going? I get sweet green every day now. I'm like, I got it, bro. I feel you.
So I just had to shout him respect for that. Do we need to talk about Philly, Washington?
The only thing I think we do have to talk about is just like what is going on with the fans right now. Like between the popcorn bullshit with Russ, and we didn't cover it in the New York one, right? But then somebody spit on Trae too.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this. I think I'm not saying what they did to Russell is acceptable, but it make more sense to throw popcorn. The Haka Loogie is beast. That shit is beast. Like that's a fight
in a pandemic. Like
that is beast. Now did the guy have a reason to throw popcorn on Westbrook? Hell no. My man just got hurt, and it wasn't like Westbrook was rallying. He was doing his job. But I think what they need to do now, this is me. If a fan is being disrespectful, the league should handle like hockey. They step outside the arena, they squabble. Fan is obviously gonna get rocked because they're going up against athletes, and you keep it pushing, and my son can still watch his team. Fuck the ban and shit. We gonna squabble it out outside, and then we gonna keep it pushing.
I love that. So they can keep their tickets, but they do have to get their ass kicked.
Yes, 100. If I said that shit to Westbrook right now, he'll be like, "That's my man. I hate you. That's my man." I'm telling you.
Oh, he said it. I mean, he mentioned as much in the press conference. He was like, you know, I hate when fans do stuff, you know, that wouldn't do it in person because you know that happened. Like,
exactly.
Westbrook also seems like a dude I would not want to fight at all.
No.
Anybody because he seems real chill until like you see him play, like, oh no, he got something in him where he probably whoop your ass.
I truly believe that if he was on the Rockets when that situation went down at like Sticky Mittens or whatever the name of that place was, there would have been a murder. Like Russ would have cleaned. Like Kevin Porter Jr. saved a life. Russ would have ended some. I think.
Yeah.
Look, Steve, I'm proposing even something different. We don't need to get Russ, the player, in here to fight this fan. We don't need to do all that. Where's Jermaine O'Neal? All right, we gonna recreate that moment. We're gonna have that fan sit in the middle of the court, and Jermaine O'Neal just gonna run up and rock him. That's
Out of bounds.
So many Detroit calls today.
Yo, my man Jermaine O'Neal, boy. Yo, shout out my son Jermaine.
Yeah, I wanted. I think it was Haley O'Shaughnessy who is with like Blue Wire podcast. I think now she's got really good. Oh man, now I'm blanking on it. I feel like I should actually shout it out and not be a dick about it. Had a really good call. She's Spencer's podcast. She got a Spencer's podcast. It's really good, all NBA stuff. But basically, it was like Russ has, for some reason, Russ is just like hated by everyone. Like everyone, just like fans, everyone just seems to hate Russ and has done nothing but like excel in basketball, where there's like players with some real sketchy off the court stuff that we just like give a pass on. But for some reason, Russ, and I believe she was referencing someone who might be in the backcourt of the New York Knicks. But like, and nothing is ever said. And then like Russ, we're just dumping popcorn on and being like, well, that's Russ, man. Fuck Russ. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, because Russ, like, straight up off the court seems like a solid dude. I saw like he did an interview on the Daily Show with Trevor Noah, and that dude was like smiling, talking about his charity. Like, yeah, man, I'm trying to bring like black business, like, provide all this money for black businesses. He does a lot of cool off the court stuff. Like, you don't hear anything about him off the court. Is straight up, he's like private and a family dude. Apparently, he just goes hard on the court, which is like what you want in an athlete. He does his thing and he chills.
Right. Yeah, I think the reason people dislike Russell Westbrook is the fact that he plays every game like it's his last game, and he's not gonna kiss your ass, and he's not gonna be like the media dude.
Yeah.
But I don't think that should be a reason to say fuck Russ, because we went from we love Russ to fuck Russ to hey, maybe he's he got a chance to win a ring, then fuck Russ again, and now we all love Russ. Russ is the man. Straight up and down. He the man. You don't need to throw popcorn on my man's. Come on, he's the man.
And we also not to skip past it, but we got to talk about it. The Wizards are hanging in like half of these games.
I know.
Which is more than I thought. I thought these would just be like blowouts, but the Wizards, like, they're going at them up until like the third where Philly kicks it into gear.
Yeah. And I mean, Bradley Beal is like having games. Like he's averaging 30 right now, I think, in this series. And that's saying something when you're throwing Simmons and Matisse Thybulle at him. It's not like they're – and Danny Green even too. Like he's like scoring on real dudes.
Yeah, Bradley Beal's arms is crazy. Like I never realized how crazy – like he is diesel. But I'm not going to lie to you guys. Philly looks great.
Yeah. Like
Philly looks like they might cause some issues to other teams. Philly looks great. Like bench, lineup, everything. Like I'm bugging.
They play different than everyone else too. Like they can slow it down and just like pound it inside. They still have shooting outside with like Green and Curry. Tobias Harris all of a sudden looking like a superstar. Like
he's doing that for Long Island. He's doing that for 61. Shout out to Tobias. And we got Danny. Let's go Philly, man. That's Long Island up in that.
The Long Island Sixers.
Hey, Doc Rivers is the Tobias whisperer, man.
He really is.
That's a fact, though. That's a fact.
Look, we gotta go take a bus down to Philly for the conference finals or something. They are walking to the conference finals.
Hard body, 100%.
They're not gonna play they might not lose a game until
the conference finals. I agree 100%.
Yeah, I can't see the Knicks or Hawks. Like, I mean, that series is fun, but it's one and done. Like, they're not making any noise in the second round. I don't think that's Sixers all day. And then either one of those matchups, Sixers Bucks, Sixers Nets. Like, I'm pumped for both of those. I'm ready for both of them. Either way, Embiid's averaging 40.
Let's get it.
Yeah,
let's get it.
One other, I feel like we got two more series we got to talk about. I think we have to talk about Ja right now. Like, dude, my man, like he's. Get the fuck out of my way. I'm gonna put up. What did he get? 49 last time? 47?
47.
What is he on? Like, what is he on? Nah, what is that man on? Like,
he watched Jay Williams just be like, well, he's got to hit a three. If he's not going to hit a three, he can't. And then Ja's like, okay, okay. After that, what was it? The last regular season game, right? Where the Warriors sagged off him so much. And they were like, Ja can't shoot. That's going to be a problem in the playoffs. He's like, give me the fucking ball. Give me the, top defense in the league. Give me the ball.
What's crazy about Ja is the same height of my close friend. And my close friend cannot do none of the shit this guy's doing. He's in the air, acrobatic, doing dribbles in and outs behind passes. I'm like, yo, what is this guy on? I'm so happy. I'm so happy out of all the teams that could have made it, like Warriors, whatever. I'm happy it's him in his second year to showcase, like, yeah, I'm a star. Like, I'm not a fluke. I'm a star. His whole journey, the underdog, Murray State's. It's beautiful.
That was his coming out game. Like that's his big national TV game where you're like, I'm here. You're like, oh yeah, Donovan Mitchell. Well, look, I'm John. And he's just like he gets to the lane so quickly, and then is fucking looking down at the rim when he jumps. It's insane.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And like, they probably would have lost that game anyways. But that was a real ref situation early on where they're like, oh, let's get Jonas Valanciunas and Dylan Brooks 6 fouls combined in the first 9 minutes of the game. And it's like, okay, that sucks. So nobody wants that.
Yo, if Dylan Brooks touched somebody, the ref would blow the whistle. Like, if he would, I promise, if he just went like this, I'm like, oh, that's a foul. Like, come on, son. Like,
Dylan Brooks has crazy confidence. Like, crazy confidence.
Good. I was just gonna say that's exactly what you want in an 8 seed. Like, you just need a dude who's like, nah, man, I'm the best player on the court. ISO. Who's only? I don't care. ISO.
Yeah, he's like, you talk to Dylan Brooks. He's like, yeah, it goes MJ, Dylan Brooks, and LeBron. Like,
you gotta respect that.
I know, but like Jonas Valanciunas, he's taking it to Rudy too. I like that he's not scared of Rudy. He's like, hey, post me up. I'll give you the ball. That team's fun. I'm excited. Oh, I love this comparison right here. The evil Danny Green, Dylan Brooks, aka evil Danny Green. I like that.
That's a fact. Wow.
I like that.
That's a fact.
But yeah, I mean, I'm assuming the Jazz roll from here, but it's cool. I'm glad the Grizz got one.
Yeah, the Jazz gonna roll, but Luka gonna smack the Jazz.
I hope so. Oh, we got to talk about the Jazz, the Donovan Mitchell shit, which I feel like might just go away. So Donovan didn't know, like, he was cleared to play, went through shoot around. He wasn't on the injury report or anything. And then 2 hours before game 1, Utah was like, yo, you can't play. You're not ruled. You're ruled out. And then and Donovan was bullshit. He was so mad. Like, he didn't see it coming, thought for sure he was playing. The team didn't even know. Like, so there was some weird stuff. I don't know what was happening. And then also he gets ruled out Sunday. Next game's not till Wednesday. And on Monday morning, they're like, yeah, he's good to go for Wednesday. Like, what the hell happened between Sunday night where the game was and Monday morning that all of a sudden he's good to go? It's weird.
Yeah. The report was, I forget which reporter, just some dude, someone at The Athletic or ESPN or any of the outlets, said that he has his own medical team and they cleared him to play, but then the Jazz medical team was like, nah, he can't play. And then that's why he was pissed. And then players were confused. They also did it last minute too, and then to combine everything, they got their ass beat. So, and I know he's sitting at home just watching. Hey man, somebody call fucking Dylan Brooks. So it's a whole thing. It always feels like weird stuff in Utah. Is like, do they like each other? What's going on? It's like, I don't. There's something off there, but they're still the number 1 seed, and Jordan Clarkson got 6th Man of the Year. So look, they're gonna win the series, but I don't know what that is.
I know it's not fair, but I blame Rudy. Like, Rudy Gobert is the guy. Like,
that is completely fair.
Yeah, I can't.
He's just not a likable basketball player or person. He's just not likable. His game's not fun. Yeah, he's a little arrogant. So him, with his whole demeanor, he's just not likable. They had him mic'd up, and I was like, why? He's not gonna say anything that's I don't need any of this. Sorry, I'm trying to look something up now because we got a great comment. I want to get a photo of this because I'm not sure if you guys
Is it why does Giannis's brother wear dad jeans? Have you guys seen Thanasis on the bench during these Bucks games?
I need to see this
All right.
picture.
I have not, but I've met I've met Nigerian fathers, dog. I can imagine what the
Yo, but they don't be wearing they don't wear the dad jeans. They wear the sandals. It's mad brolic.
Yeah,
The chancletas, the leather chancletas. I don't know what's the name of them, but where I'm from, they call them chancletas. But that's what the Nigerians be rocking. Haitians be rocking it too. Caribbean people that's their wave. Them shits is ugly, boy.
Hey, but you know what? They comfortable. Those are like the
hard body.
Those are the like the cookout all stars, man. Somebody's rocking those.
Yo, respectfully, if I pull up to a barbecue and they got like tennis shoes, I'm dipping. But if they got the leather chancletas, smacking. Let's go. Let's go.
You gotta have the belly in an old polo.
That's you know it. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. And while they're doing it, they got one beer in their head. You know what I'm saying? They're doing everything, but they got one beer in their head. Yeah, that's just official.
I can't find a photo of it, but he was wearing this like a style that I wore when I first moved to Brooklyn. Like this was in 5 years ago, just like aggressively tight. It's like aggressively tight.
Hey, you know what? You know why he did it? Shout out to him for getting the topic on this podcast. We usually don't talk about the other Antetokounmpos, but he rocking these jeans. He's over there keeping his brother emotionally hot. He comes in, gives you a hard 4 minutes.
Dude, he is like, he's got the best energy too, man. Like he's the best hype man you can get.
Bro, I wish if my little brother was like a star rapper, dog, I'd be in the studio cleaning the mic and shit. I'd bring the water. I'd be doing the exact same thing as the Nas is like, hey bro, what you need? You need some weed? You need some all right, I'll get you in there.
That's why I go ahead, Steve. Go ahead.
You'd be like, little bro, do you need more Cristal? Do you need more? Do you need more Hennessy? I could do one ad-lib. I could come on.
I mean, guys, this is why I started the 89 Cavs. I'm attaching myself to both of your wagons. Like wherever and I'm down. God, I'm down. I'll do whatever, man. You need me to post the podcast? I'll post the podcast, whatever you guys want me to do.
Yo, imagine if I was in the studio. Mike Z's like, so I got Casamigos or Don Julio.
Yeah, whatever you want, dude. Whatever you want.
Crazy, right? That'd be crazy.
Oh yeah, this is the vibe. I'm bringing like the white Gator.
White Gator is crazy.
Yo, I'm about to change Mike Z's phone, like hit my name in his phone number. I'm gonna change it to White Gator. It's not gonna be Mike Z no more.
Yeah, shout out to what is that? Toba Roos?
Toba Roos, yeah.
Shout out to Toba Roos, man. Gator and Dave. Oh man.
Yo, I mean, this is a secondary point, but that's the name of the podcast, right? Today, we call it White Gator.
We call it White Gator. Oh man!
Oh, this is good. Oh man!
What else we got? Okay. The other game, the other West game. Did we talk about Denver and Portland?
No, not yet. We got game 3 of that one tonight too, right?
I'm asking the basketball gods. Get my man Jokic out to the second round, please, bro. He can't win that shit in a conference room, bro. No, I can't. I can't with this, man. I can't, because I don't want that little dweeb to be right. Like, come on, Jokic, please. If they lose to the Blazers, I'm gonna be sick.
No, I think this goes 7 though. I think this goes 7. Did you see? So in the end of game 2, did you see what Malone did? He put Aaron Gordon on Dame. And it Dame scored 32 in the first half. He's like, okay, something's broken. I guess Campazzo can't stay in front of Dame. And then they threw Aaron Gordon out on him, and he only scored 10 in the second half. So I'm curious if Aaron Gordon covers him, which is just wild because Aaron Gordon is big and long, and for him to be on Dame is kind of nuts to see.
That is pretty wild. That's pretty wild. I didn't watch game 2. I only watched game 1, but that's pretty wild.
Yeah, it was nice. I'm excited for tonight. I got a question for you guys because this came up in one of the other shows that I do, and it got pretty heated. Right, I don't mean right now, but projecting. When all's said and done, who do you think has a better career, Jokic or Carmelo?
When it's all said and done.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I don't tell you. Go ahead.
I'm wilding, but isn't this an easy answer? Wouldn't it be Jokic?
I'm just wondering.
I think if Jokic continues along this pace, yeah. But it's hard to tell. I don't know how good Carmelo's career is. Carmelo meant so much to me growing up. That's just like, you know, being young. He was cool. LeBron wasn't cool when he came out. Carmelo was cool. There's a picture of me back at home. I'll send it to you if I can find it. I'm rocking the Carmelo like Oak Hill jersey or Carmelo with the straight back braids. I watched that Syracuse team. Mm-hmm. I have I think I had one of those Denver jerseys back in the day. So I actually don't know where I would rate Carmelo because I remember him as like a good part of growing up. So I don't know how good his career is. To be honest,
I think a lot of people feel that way though. I think a lot of people like Carmelo resonates with them in a way that a lot of players don't. But to me, I think it will be Jokic, which isn't disrespect to Carmelo. Like I think a lot of people when you compare when you have these combos, they're like, "That's fucked up. Why you gonna do that to Carmelo?" And I don't think that's what's happening. I think Carmelo's like one of the best scoring fours we've ever seen. Right? Like he just gets buckets. But I just think Jokic is. And someone else was like, "Yeah, but look at what Carmelo did in the playoffs. Like they went to that Western Conference Finals. I'm like Jokic has already been to one. Like he was just at one."
On the same team with wait, isn't he rocking his number?
I think that's why it came up because someone was like, he's going to be the best Nugget playoff performer of all time.
I mean, if he gets an MVP,
yeah.
I personally think if you looking at what he could do, he does more for a team. Like I'm not saying anything negative about Carmelo.
Yeah.
I just think that he could do more on the court. Like he could do more than just score. I think where I'm from, and I would think for Justin too. Black people love Carmelo because black people like to go to the park and play bully ball. So I felt like he was the first person that played bully ball on a very high level.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I'm not the biggest fan of bully ball because one, I'm 5'7", so that's not my wave, and I'm not that strong. That's not my wave. So I like players with different styles. But I think Carmelo, he had his wave, he had his run. I think his career is great. Because he's the out of all the people that had an ego that was like, I don't want to be on the bench. He was like, fuck it, I'll come off the bench, and he played great. Plays great off the bench for Portland, so I rock with him. But if you're talking about who could dish out dimes, make their teammates play, grab boards, and then give you buckets from the three, the mid-range, and the paint, you gotta go Jokic. Especially if my son don't win the fucking MVP in a conference room and he's holding it in Colorado, it's gonna be sick.
Yeah, because you gotta think the Nuggets with Jokic and being an MVP level player, they have Porter Jr. emerging as like a legitimate 2. Then they'll have Murray come back, and where they have a thing where they have 3. Like they legit. I don't hate to use the big 3, but that's like 3 dog ass players. Yeah, they could win again. They could be another top 3 seed again. That team has a bright future. So.
Yeah, and I think because Jokic looks like plays ball like he's a 38-year-old dad at the Y, like he's like 25, I think, or 26, right? Like we're at the beginning of his prime right now, and for the next like 5, and he's not someone like, again, outside of weird injuries or he gets like really into Mountain Dew, like he's like a big guy. He's gonna age well, right? He's still gonna have the jump shot, and he's just he might get a little slower, but he's still gonna have all those same moves, and he's just smart. He's a smart, savvy player. I just think he's got a long way to go. So that's why I lean that way.
Yeah. And I think they will probably get through the Blazers, but you're still gonna get some nice Dame games. I'm looking at the Blazers play like fucking the whole bench, and nobody scored over 5 points off the bench. That's their problem. No depth.
They have bro. I was playing 2K with the Blazers for shits and giggles. I take out CJ and Dame. I'm like, who are these people? Yeah, because you don't play in real life. 2K is just giving me you people.
Yeah, Harry Giles checking in. Like you're getting dudes like Harry Giles. You're getting Anthony Simons off the bench.
Like, remember the dunk contest? They straight up. I'm looking at the roster. They don't or the box score doesn't even have anybody listed as a backup point guard. It's just Simons as the shooting guard. Yeah. Everybody else is like a forward or center.
I respect Dame. That's one of my G's. I love Dame. But there has to be a point where you got to look at the general manager and be like, hey, who am I really playing with right now?
Right.
Because this is insane. Like, I'm 30. I'm 30 right now. My window's closing, my G. Yeah. Get some people over here.
He had like 8 threes to the third quarter, and they still lost by 20.
That's wild.
It's I don't know what's going on in Portland. I don't know what's in their coffee, but that GM, he need to do something, my G.
I gotta say, in Denver, I mean, I know they got injuries, but they're rolling out dudes I've never heard about either. Like Marcus Howard, I think like Shaquille Harrison played 10 minutes, and I'm like, dude, what are we doing?
Hey, I had never heard of Marcus Howard. My man was He's like one of those dudes that's like, okay, that man is everywhere on the court. He was scrapping, getting all the loose balls. I was like, okay, I like this.
Yeah, he couldn't believe he was out there. He was stunned. He was like, all right, let's go.
Also, shut up, Paul Millsap.
Hey, man, we not shouting out no Millsap.
Yo, 15 points, 15 minutes.
Yo, we not shouting out no Millsap.
No, they finally figured out how to use it. No, he comes off the bench now, just like comes in, does his thing, and then gets out.
I'm not gonna lie to you, boy. I was eating Lunchables, and my son Millsap was on the Jazz. He need to stop playing ball. Boy. What year is this that Millsap is still playing ball?
I know.
Hey, what is Bomani Jones used to say? Keep getting them checks.
He is.
Millsap is wilding, man. Millsap is wilding.
Hey, look, as long as Udonis Haslem has played minutes in an NBA season, Paul Millsap can also do the same.
Hey, man. I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say about Udonis Haslem. I'm not gonna say it.
Hey, speaking of which, he had 4 points, 6 minutes through the first quarter.
They have 4 points?
Yeah.
Is it blowout city already?
But no, and now it's 6. It's 12-6. 6 minutes in.
Good,
hey, man.
Good old dog fight. Jeez.
I can't wait to play 2K, the next 2K, for my son Jimmy Butler to go to 92 to 85. What a beautiful world! What a beautiful world we live in.
All right, let's wrap with this, right? Because I think we covered everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we've seen like a week of playoff basketball now. Who do you got coming out of the East and the West? Like anything change for you?
For the East, I'm not gonna lie, y'all gonna say I'm wilding. I think Philly might have it, but if Brooklyn get there, I'm not mad.
Yeah.
But Philly looking nice. Brooklyn looking nice, but they playing some AAU team right now. But Philly looking nice. I don't know. But in the West, I don't have as strong a belief in the Lakers as much as y'all do. So I might fuck around and say either the Suns or maybe if Luka could work some magic, maybe.
Let's go.
You know what I mean?
Magic.
Yeah, but I don't think that'd be wild if a 7th seed makes it all the way to the end. But if they do make it to the end, they still getting their ass busted. For sure. For sure. Come on. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Justin, what you got?
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen anything that makes me any less confused. I'm just bored now. I have nothing. I straight up be pulling guesses. Maybe the Nets.
Yeah.
Maybe
the Nets, but I still feel like I don't know. There's a part of me that's like they could fuck it up somehow. And Philly seems like they have the easiest path.
Yeah.
And they have the best player in the East right now. But I don't know, man. This is all mealy mouth. So I'll just skip it and let me throw some wild shit out there. Let's go. We're going to get Bucks Jazz. Let's go. Nobody watches the finals.
All right, yo, Mike Z go. He's wild.
I'm rooting for. I think I said at the beginning I went Lakers Philly. I think it's still Lakers Philly, but I'm rooting hard for the Mavs now. I'm just like on the Mavs train. I want Luka to take those bums all the way to the finals. That's what I want to see. I want to see Tim Hardaway Jr. out there just chucking in the finals. But I still think it's Philly. I don't know. Philly just has the best matchups again. I mean, like they have an easy road to these conference finals, and then they can just like bang with anybody. So
yeah, they're so good. They're so good.
They are so good.
Truly, I will say one thing though. Like one thing I've seen is I don't know if I feel more confident in the Lakers, but I feel less confident in the West after the first 2 games. It was like, if the Lakers get past Phoenix, they might be able to just get in there.
Yeah, we're learning that to continue Steve's analogy, like the seeds 4 through like 16 in the East are like small town Baptist evangelical, maybe just like small churches. But then we've got some like Joel Osteen shit, like mega churches at the top of the East.
Yo, shout out to Church League one time. They really had Indiana try to get in this bitch. But God bless. Peace out, Indiana.
Shout out to Indiana not being in it.
Ain't no shout out to Indiana. Oh yeah, shout out Indiana not being in it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, yo, where's John? John Weingart, where you at in the chat today?
He
man?
probably crying. He probably had a bar with Saboner crying.
Patient, poor John. Patients don't make it. I told him too. I told you guys if the Pacers made it into the first round, we're gonna have John on here.
That's a fact.
Sure. I think we're gonna get. I really don't think Bucks Jazz. I just don't have a good guess.
It's hard to tell right now. It's hard to tell.
Which is perfect. We haven't. I don't know if we've been in this scenario in a while where it's kind of just like I don't know. Maybe the Raptors year was one of those.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good call. But you still had the Warriors on the other side that you were waiting for. Where this time, like I feel like there really is 7 or 8 teams that I wouldn't be stunned if they got there.
Right, and this is gonna be. I think once we get past this first round, which has been fun, which is rare for the first round in the NBA, like it's kind of house money right there. Like you just watch whoever it is, or get some good series, which is what we want. We need. There's fans. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, except for the Celtics, they can go fuck themselves.
And on that note,
yeah, Steve, get us out of here. Wait, actually, before you do that, Steve, hey, thank you for watching this. Of course, it's awesome when we have the chat here. If you don't subscribe to us on Apple or Spotify, you should. No, they're not in the show notes. Just find us 89 Cavs, and then all of our Twitter info and stuff is in the show notes. So find us on Twitter and stuff. But thanks for tuning in. Now, Steve, get us out of here.
You guys just listen to the best sports show podcast in the goddamn world, talking about real ESPN type shit. Bill Simmons type shit. You heard me? It's the 89 Cavs, boy. May the basketball god be with you, and every shot you shoot is wet like water. You heard me?